We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Determine there's a quorum present. Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Nettleton, Commissioner Flores, and myself. We have a quorum. Y'all please rise while we say the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Wardlaw, you'll lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Approving minutes, there was none. I didn't get any of my package. Citizens' comments. Mr. Cerny, if you don't mind. There you go.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to express my views here today, and thank you so much. In a way, actually, as I was thinking about this issue, and I'm here to discuss, my comments are based on the sports complex issue. It was almost like deja vu. I felt like I was reliving a very controversial portion of my life when I came to Del Rio in 1962. Everybody said, we need a bridge, we need a bridge, we got to have a bridge. And they said that for 22 years. And then when the opportunity presented itself to have that bridge, it developed into a tremendous controversy, and I think you all will agree that no one better than yours truly can understand that. I don't want that to happen with this project because it is so needed. It is so needed. As I contemplated all of this, I went ahead and contacted Commissioner Flores and visited with him because I had not been present at previous meetings where it had been discussed and there had been a motion made and passed to see what his views were. And not only that, but to express some of my viewpoints, one being that the shortening of the track, if that be included in this redoing of the facility, could be detrimental to the training of some very expensive animals out there. And Commissioner Flores was very emphatic about the fact that he was 100% understood and believed in the necessity for a complex. And he assured me, several times, he said, I want you to know I do not suffer from tunnel vision. I have always been open to reevaluating my position depending upon what is presented to me that is going to benefit my precinct, the youth in my precinct. Primarily, this is an issue that affects the youth of our community. I think, and Commissioner Flores, along with all of us, realize that there's never been a time that we needed to enhance facilities for our youth as right now in our city and our county. And we visited. He was emphatic about the fact that he would not in any way, shape, or form react to any political threats or innuendos, and made that clear. We had a good conversation, a good visit, actually. Judge, I commend you for thinking outside of the box, and with the prospect of probably incorporating the school into this project. But I think that is also a deviation from the original master plan and could present issues. But those issues are all solvable. Issues such as maintenance, security, insurance, if there were facilities that were utilized by both the school district. That's a supposition. I understand. I know there's been nothing carved in stone. I then reached out to Commissioner Nettleton. Commissioner Nettleton has always had my respect. He's a senior member of this court. I visited with him on these issues. He's always displayed a unique ability to take issues and resolve them before they become obstacles. And there's no doubt that he has a passion for a sports complex. He put his political career on the line for a sports complex. We had a good conversation. I come to you today suggesting that the possibility of maybe rescinding everything and coming back and starting, but accelerating the process and coming up with incorporation of Judge Owen's ideas, recognizing that that still is a track that is utilized for training of horses and stabling of horses, and get this project online. This is my desire. This is my prayer. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to express myself.
Thank you. Camilo.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. First of all, I want to just thank the court for all the support you've given the IT department over the years. And I wanted to officially introduce the latest member of our staff. We're back, we're fully staffed. Our newest member is Valerie Liebre. So, again, very appreciative of all the support and trust you've instilled in our department. Valerie, you want to say
Yes,
a few words?
so I'm Valerie Levery, born and raised here in Del Rio. I do have a degree in information systems, and I was also working at a local IT department here in Del Rio as well. So I'm hoping that I can bring the knowledge and the dedication to this team. And I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity.
Welcome.
Thank
Very
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm sorry we hadn't put her on the agenda. That was Rand's fault. Item 4, approving monthly reports from elected officials.
Move.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Number 7, approving bills for payment.
I'll make a motion to approve. Can we add, I think Juanita had a travel that didn't make it in. Juanita?
We don't have the claim, Judge. We don't have the budget.
I'm not sure. Don't want to be,
Commissioner, we don't, it's just because the judge is usually asking for, late
You're gonna be a write-in.
what is it you have on?
I have a travel to TAC next week on Wednesday, and I had forgotten the voucher, so I did everything else but that.
I'll make a motion, and I know Matt's not gonna like it.
Well, Judge,
It's okay.
Commissioner, we do not have the claim. By statute, this court cannot approve any claims that have not been pushed through by the auditor's office. I don't know what you guys want to do, if you just want to make it whenever people, and I understand it was a mistake. It is a travel voucher.
It was a mistake, it was an oversight, she needs to go to the deal next week. How do you make it work?
Can we give you the claim right now?
The bill has already been posted. We'd have to
Can
run a
we add
special.
it to the bill?
What, you want to table it? We can table it, and then I can have a special check run. Once it's presented to me, then it'll be presented to you. That's what you guys want to do.
Okay.
It'll be done in a timely fashion?
By the time you have one of those 45
Minute?
minute executive session,
You want to do a motion to table?
All right, I'll make a motion to say.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Thank you, Matt. Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Juanita, just hang around for a couple items and then take off and go fix this. Item 8, discussion possible action on rescinding order on sports complex.
Motion, Judge.
The motion needs to include, I think it was the February 3rd meeting where we had actually voted to have the sports complex at the fairground. Is that the motion that you're?
Now, I'll make the motion, we rescind the February 3rd Master Sports Complex, be at the fairgrounds, and table this for later discussion.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner, Wardlaw, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
4-1, I vote no. Item 9, discussion possible action or approval for budget adjustment in order to create a new budget line item for all precincts concerning food distribution expenses. Commissioner Flores.
I'll make the motion to create a new line, a budget line item for all precincts for food distribution expenses only. And, I had several conversations with Matt concerning this and where to get the money from. He suggested to get money from, the general funds. Can you guide us on this, as to how we can move forward the process?
That,
When you say general fund, from the general fund or from operating fund of each individual commissioner?
you guys control the
And the
budget.
reason
You
is,
just
if
need
you
to
get
let
it
me
from the
know.
general fund, you're gonna have to take it from contingency or somewhere else.
Yeah,
Y'all have already
contingency,
been-
I mean,
But y'all have already been using money out of your own fund.
we have, and we're just trying to make it legal.
Now, could we take money out of your own fund and recertify that? Because we had that conversation.
Correct. Every year, you guys set the budget. And then every year, we have transfers. You set your budget. We've got money coming in from farm mark, we got money coming in from auto registration. And then you set your own budgets. So whatever that deficit is, you transfer into the general fund. This year, you're transferring in 1.1 million, according to the budget. So we would reduce that transfer out of your operating and then set up a new department in the general fund, if that's how you want to proceed.
In other words, y'all would use the money out of y'all's budget versus trying to pull money out of contingency. And this would clean up that deal.
What amount are you talking about, Commissioner?
Well, no, I mean, I had a dollar amount in mind, and if there was any leftover money at the end of the fiscal year, it would roll over to the next year. But, I don't know, guide us, give us, something simple here, Matt, that we can do and move on with this.
Well, something simple would just be simply setting up a department, food distribution, give each precinct a set amount. It does not roll over. If it's expended, and then it gets set up again, each fiscal.
If we started off with, I think, one of the dollar amounts is 25, or something like that, would that be enough?
What's the money gonna be used for?
Just for like, payroll, in a way. Hours invested on road time, we'll get through. Hours to unload the trailer load,
What we're doing,
maintenance on, reefers, trucks, tires, I mean, fuel.
I don't understand, but you're saying payroll. You're talking about.
Well, I mean, the hours that, we're gonna
Additional
separate them.
payroll.
I talked to Juanita about that. And she
When
was
I
gonna,
said payroll is out of the general fund. It's not out of road and bridge.
It comes out of, it's transferred over and it's transferred back. It can come out of auto registration, it can come out of farm to market, it can come out, it's just one pot it comes out of.
So then
With the
there's
exception-
no defined place that payroll comes from for road and bridge.
Correct.
So it could be coming out of general, it could be coming out of farm to market.
That is correct.
So how are you going to distinguish the difference?
Well, the way it would start would be with, when they go to do their timesheets, that they would actually,
But that's a timesheet issue, that's not a,
Mhm.
that's not a money issue.
well, you'd come up with a dollar amount. Just
We
separate
would
those
capture,
hours.
we would capture the hours and then bring that, and then do a yearly adjustment and take that out of general fund is one way to do it. But maybe holistically, you need to look at, is that the most efficient way to do it? We've already got CDLs. How much is it? Every dollar you save running this program is another dollar you can invest in the program. You just need to evaluate that. Even on the man hours that we're losing, even if you were to square up and you're even by sending freight, that's 40 man hours that are gone per week. That's an employee out of your precinct. You just cut your workforce by 25%.
that's correct.
I'm all for getting it legal. I just want to clarify what legal is.
Well, let's do this. Can we have another discussion between now and then?
Well, that's what I was gonna bring up. I would suggest we table it, and maybe we can, put something down on paper, break it down, and present it at the next meeting.
Can I make a motion?
Excuse me?
Can I make a motion?
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion that Commissioner Flores, Commissioner Vasquez, Matt, and our attorneys get together and come up with a legal proceeding on how we deal with food distribution.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Thank you. We're going to go to item 24, discussion possible action or approval on office space for Judge Cadena and adult probation.
I would ask Judge Cadena to put this item on the use of office space for, adult probation. And Judge, if y'all want to come up and say what you got to say, and then I know Joanne wants to come up and speak too.
Thank you. I want to put you all in a sense of good humor. First of all, we're not gonna ask for any money. But what we are asking for is,
That sure would have been no.
yeah, that's cool.
Good
That's cool.
humor.
I understand. But what we are asking for is extremely important. What we're asking for is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to expand, an opportunity to bring the probation department into the judicial center. This is something that I've never seen before, but they do so much to make sure that our processes work. And we did a great thing together by getting the probation department located by the jail, and many of us were there for that opening. However, what we wanted to do, and ultimately we did do, was we separated juvenile and adult probation for a lot of good reasons. But what we need them back downtown where we can work with them together on a day-to-day basis, not just the courts. Okay, what I'm talking about is, we've got justice of the peace that need to talk to them. We need to talk to them on a daily basis. They do so much for us: motions to revoke, motions to adjudicate, bond settings, bond hearings, pre-sentence investigation reports. They do a lot of things that help us make better decisions. And the reason that I wanted to come forward today is because we see an opportunity to do that now. There was a room, and I've got a picture of it here. I can pass it around. It's room 108, and I waited, patient. Yeah, patient. But that room was vacated since January of 2021.
This has nothing to do with COVID?
I have no idea.
Not being used,
Well, I think my answer to that, people were actually brought closer together. If it really were COVID, you would have wanted to separate it. And that room was vacated and not utilized, Commissioner. So that's counterproductive, actually. In terms of COVID, why would you bring people together and put them in a more enclosed environment and spread them out? So that's why I waited. I waited to see.
Offices vacant besides this one?
Oh, yes, sir. I took pictures of that too. 103 is, it's got a desk in there, and the other one is just kind of a seating area. So I don't know what utility that is, but
Is this on the bottom floor? Or
yes, sir. Correct. It's on the bottom floor, and those are offices that could be utilized for other things. I mean, right now it's just a
What room do
seating.
you need?
108.
Not how much room? Just that one?
Just that one room. Just that one room, and you can see we've got a lot of probation. If you have to raise your hand. They know how significant this is. They know how it is. That's why they're here.
Can we give, Ms. Joanne an opportunity to see what plans she's got with this office, or no plans, or, if she's good to vacate and?
Let me get that.
Whenever you're ready, I've got a few people that, would like to address you on this as well, from my side of the house, but that's basically it. We just want to unite our departments under one roof, work together more efficiently, and utilize the resources that we have in an effective manner. I call it an alignment with a purpose. We could align all these people together so we can all work together more efficiently. And it's become more and more profound now that the probation department is way out there on Hamilton Lane, which is a good thing, because there's some things that are really good for it to be by the jail, but then there's another thing where we still need them downtown, and we don't want to put them back where the juvenile was. That's going to be counterproductive to everything we want to do. And so, because that room was not used for over a year, we think we can see the benefit of it. We can see it in our vision that we can make a lot of utility out of that, and it'll affect a lot more than just one office. It'll affect this whole area downtown. And so I have Mr. David Ortiz here to give you another perspective.
Give us a minute, let Joanne speak, and then we'll go back.
That'll be fine. Whatever you want to do. Thank you.
Cool. Joanne, if you want to come up.
Good morning, Judge,
Mr.
Commissioners.
Montes, I'm sorry.
I do want to say that we are utilizing that office right now. And the reason that we were not using it was because of training purposes. I had lost 2 girls back in January of last year that moved to Judge Andrade. And there was 4 new girls in the office. So in order for me to try to get everybody trained, I got them together to cross training. I was supposed to move them within a few months back to that office that I had. But being that with COVID, people out on vacation and people out with COVID, just a lot of things that happened throughout the whole year. My goal was to move them back in January. Now we came back across with the COVID again in December, people out, things like that. So I said, okay, we won't be able to do it in January. So my goal is we'll do it no later than March. Move those girls back to that office, which I did, and they're there. If there's lack of communication here, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Last week, was it last week? It is my understanding also that
After this
probation,
conversation,
Yes.
in these other two offices, you're using them?
which ones are they?
They're the ones as you come in to the right-hand side where that little conference
Yes.
table.
Well, let me make this question. Do you have any office space available
No,
that they
sir, I
could
don't.
use?
No, I don't.
You don't?
9 and 10 with myself.
And these offices are all being utilized, every single one,
We have, yes, sir.
even though that office hasn't been used for over a year.
Yes, they were moved back. And the reason for that was because we were cross-training.
There's nothing.
And it was very difficult for us to, we had 4 new girls that needed to be trained in criminal and jury, and so it was difficult with the
Trust me, I
COVID
get
and
it. We
everything.
have 2 girls crammed in a little bitty office over there with 4 commissioners,
I
right?
know, and that's the way my girls were in one office.
But the judge also needs office space too, so how do we? make
Okay,
it work?
well, there is an office that I understand that they've been using that was a judge's, office, that visiting judges do use. And that's what they've been using, and it's not used at all. The last judge that we had that would literally stay there during, court was, Judge Harrell. And, well, he's no longer a judge, he's a judge, but he's an appellate judge. And there's really no other visiting judges that come. So I do understand that that's an office that they were using, or they have been using, that probation has been using. It's vacant also, there's a desk there, there's chairs there. And so what probation does is really, I think, is just like an intake that they do fingerprints, they take their information just so that they can report to probation. I mean, I don't know. And like I said, it's just lack of communication, because if Judge Pedena would have asked me what's going on with this office, I would have told him exactly what was going on with that office. But no, sir, I don't have any space available downstairs.
That's how come it's in our lap.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, did you have somebody else want to speak?
Hello, gentlemen, commissioners, good morning. I know my esteemed colleague, Martin Underwood from Comstock always said, if you want them to like you, talk less than the person that came before you. So I'll be brief. Just gonna ask me to kind of bring the defense bar perspectives, into this issue. As practicing attorneys on a day-to-day basis, and what I do, we need, the probation office in close proximity for 3 reasons. Number 1, practicality. There's so much that they do for us as defense attorneys, and our clients to resolve cases. And, doing a drug test, doing the intake. We have clients that come in from out of town. It's very difficult for them now to go out all the way out to the Hamilton to go out there. It's just practical to have, if you go around to all the other counties in the state of Texas, the probation office is right across the street or within the building of the actual courthouse. And so it's a more efficient way to do things. So that's the first thing. It's practical. Second thing, it's efficient. The probation office has numerous forms that we have to fill out when we do a plea. It's nice to have them there. Some of the judges that have come in and that visited and they're doing a motion to revoke, they need a drug test right away. And they'll make that decision right there, right then and there. And it resolves cases quicker because they can go right into an office, take a drug test, get the results, and the judge can make the appropriate decision at that time. It's just a more efficient process by having them within the building. And finally, the third thing is safety. With COVID protocols involved, it's easier for us to control how many people are in an office at one time. And so my point from the defense bar perspective, it makes sense to see if we can find space for the probation office within the courthouse in a way that'll make it practical, efficient, and safe for everybody involved. So that's my perspective. Thank you.
Thank you.
Joanne.
Somebody else?
Well, I've got a question. how big is this office? Do you need the whole office? Can you spare half of that office?
I've got two
And-
girls in there.
Excuse me?
I've got two girls in there.
But how big is this office? I mean, is this?
You're probably talking about a 12 by 16, 12 by 18.
Can we cut it in half and then help out Judge Cadena with this?
I don't know how that would work though. It's not that I don't want them there or anything like that, and I'm all for working together. I've always been that way. Like I said, it's just lack of communication.
Well, could you
I mean,
spare half of that office? Could you spare half of that office?
I don't,
It'd be real hard to.
yeah, it'd be
I
kinda,
mean, just like temporary walls or something that's movable, I mean.
What concerns me is we haven't used the office for a year, and then when the discussion comes up, all of a sudden we move everybody in.
no, and I had already talked to Edgar when he was there, and it was always that they were busy or they had things going on, even when they were working on probation. I mean, this is something that I didn't make up or just decided to do it.
Do you have any other office space you can
No,
spare?
sir, I don't.
What's wrong with the visiting judge's office? Is that a problem?
I mean, it's been empty just as long as.
Would you mind if we go and walk
Y'all can
and
walk-
see what
walk
you
in
have
there.
there
Yes, sir.
and see if we could do something, I mean.
Yes,
I'll
you can.
Go take a walk, take a look.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that, Commissioner Flores, Joanne, and Judge Cadena do a walkthrough and bring back to us a, option for office space for Judge Cadena on the first floor of the building.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez, all those in
You
favor?
okay with that, Judge?
Just done, so I took a vote.
No, that's fine. That Commissioner Flores, Joanne, and yourself do a walkthrough and find you an office space on the first floor, and y'all bring it back to this court.
Well, I think I presented everything that we have.
And I understand that they would like to do a walkthrough, so, and figure out which office we can make work for you as probation, so that this thing functions the way it needs to function.
Do you want to hear from probation? I've got the head.
We can, we've already taken a vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant to have, I had him here to
Yeah.
give you an idea
And-
of how we were going to use it.
And we've already taken a vote. I would rather move forward if y'all don't mind.
Y'all set up a time and do a walkthrough and come back to us with an office space for probation on the first floor.
Thank you.
Whatever office it is, this one, that one, it doesn't matter.
Can we do it today? That's going to be.
It's
the-
possible after lunch.
Okay.
Can-
Yeah,
I'm hungry right now, I haven't had no breakfast, so. No, but we can do it today.
That'll work. Thank y'all. Item 10, request a cell phone for the part-time drivers who transport veterans to and from Audie Murphy, VA, or Kerrville, VA.
Motion approved.
Motion, Commissioner Middleton, second Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor?
All right,
Aye, 5-0 vote. Auditors report.
move.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye, 5-0 vote. Item 12, certification of revenue, gov deals, there was a total of 31,520. B, building maintenance, 11,970. Precinct 1, 6,300. Precinct 3, 13,250. We had line items in our budgets that actually said the four, auction money. There is line items in our budgets right now that actually capital outlay, so I don't know whether.
Yeah, that's correct. And at some point, you may want to revisit why we're taking funds and giving them back and as opposed to turning the equipment in, or if we're being sold, we're not replacing the equipment, then we didn't need the equipment and the money should be returned, but.
And we can
that's
do
a
that
different
during the
story.
budget process.
Sure. So we
I'll
can
make a
put these in
motion
capital.
to certify the revenue. What is the 31,500?
That's the total of all
B,
three.
C, and D should be 1, 2, and 3. All right.
You want to put those in each prospective capital outlay?
Effective capital outlay.
Okay, I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye, 5-0 vote. Item 13, budget adjustment, District Attorney, $1,050 for all supplies from capital outlay.
Move.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Nettleton, all those in favor? Aye, 5-0 vote. B, District Attorney, $671.92 from available appropriations to copier leases. She has a grant, right?
She has money.
Yeah, she does have grants.
She has
You're right,
grants.
but the grant's limited to only border.
I
Border
understand that, but
prosecution.
Why does she need another copy? And then couldn't it be used for border?
It could be, but then what, you're gonna split the cost between, I mean, you can do that if you wanna split the cost, but, what's going on here is they had actual printers, and they had a line item for $880 that was used for maintenance on those printers, and they were taking our color copies, and we were paying 8 cents a color copy. Now we've locked into a lease, and we've got the copies down to 1/4 of a penny.
So we're just taking money out of our own budget to pay for it, or are she asking for additional?
That is
funds?
correct, but
Okay.
it's a lease, it's a 3-year lease, it's gonna come back every year. So that's just how you guys wanna handle it. You can go off of supplies, or you can bring out a contingency knowing that it's
No.
gonna be a reoccurring.
Well, we can do something in the budget if we need to do it, but right now she has office supplies taken out.
Okay. Office supplies.
Okay with
Yeah,
that?
motion to take that off the support.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Middleton, second Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye, 5-0 vote. Treasurer's report, this is the good one. We need to
Move.
Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye, 5-0 vote. Discussion on immigrants, it's the same thing. They keep coming. They're not testing.
Hadn't stopped yet.
Huh? No, they haven't stopped yet.
But they're all vaccinated now.
No.
No,
No, they're not.
children have to be vaccinated to go to school.
Yeah, and if not, you're gonna hold you out for 10 days. And if you have 3 kids, they could be out for 30 days.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got off. I mean, what do you keep talking about? It's the same thing over and over again. Item 16, discussion matters relating to COVID.
I have a lot of issues with this.
Yeah, where do you want to start?
My last 2.5 weeks of experience with this operation has made me realize that it's a train wreck. We seem to have our health people making up their own rules as we go along. Now I'm being told that if I don't get a booster every 6 months, I'm considered unvaccinated. I don't know where these rules are coming from. To be honest with you, Judge, I'm at the point now that I would like to just shut this whole operation down. We don't seem to be accomplishing anything. I can tell you that the spread of this is not coming from the back end, it's coming from the front end. Every single member of my family took 3 days to test positive, even though they had symptoms. Most people are taking 2 to 3 days before the test even pick this thing up, and that's where it's spreading. And I know we gotta have these departments, but I mean,
Commissioner,
just at the point that I have enough.
not to walk all over you, I will tell you that your position that you're taking right now, if I could show you some of my text messages where I've threatened to get rid of everybody, just because of the level of frustration. And then you have a moment to sit back and think, with what, you were going through the last 2.5 weeks, and then another commissioner, what they're going through, and then you have people calling, and the scenarios that you're running because of the rules that our DSHS has put out, that TEA is now wants to follow. Jesus Christ, if you run scenarios and then you have 4 kids, that 4th kid, depending on when they get it or whenever the 4th kid gets it, you could be out 30 days, 40 days, and not even be sick, which is completely asinine. I did, and we had been visiting with Dr. Palau and everybody, and that's how come I think we've been trying to get this done before, but you sort of had to draw a line in the sand and say enough. The rules that we have, that we're following, other people are mandating, and they don't know whether they're coming or going, or whether they've even left. I mean, and like I said, and, we've had this conversation, we need to come to a set of rules that we can follow, and not every time that somebody just throws something out there, now we're going to follow it. I mean, that doesn't work. I think the school put out a press release yesterday. I've not read it. I was told they were going to do something. And talked to Dr. Rios. I told them that we would not enforce the 10 days. That's coming from TEA, which got it from DSHS, but they are not in line with CDC rules.
Those are old regulations that DA, all these.
Oh, no, they sent them out again. Yeah, they sent, and that's the problem, is that they were sent out last year, and now they sent them out again in
The
January.
problem is this whole thing is being counterproductive, because what's gonna end up happening is these parents and kids are just not gonna report it. They have to go through a nightmare, they're not gonna report it. And we're gonna wind up with a bigger mess than what we got. You know, my oldest daughter never caught COVID, but she was not allowed to go to school for 2.5 weeks. But she could go to work every day. That wasn't a problem. But she couldn't go to school for 2.5 weeks.
And that part, we have gotten straightened out. We will not be doing the releasing. We will not be doing any releasing other than on the rules that we are going to be enforcing. We will not enforce the 10-day rule. It's not going to happen. And there's little bits and pieces. You know, Commissioner, I get your frustration. We've been living this, March will be 2 years.
And I appreciate everything you've done, Judge, and without your help, I'd probably still be trying to get my kids back in school. But, you know, I mean, it's just like, we have a governor's orders that we have to follow. We're bound by those orders. And I understand the school district can do whatever it wants to do. I'm not going to tell the school district what to do. I personally think they're defeating the purpose, but that's their own prerogative. But when our local health authority that works for Valverde County creates a set of rules that they want to create, it's very, very frustrating. But I mean, you know, we'll continue down this road and see where it goes. But it's just, I've had enough. And I'm spending a lot of money on this.
And I'm right there with you. I can tell you that 2 weeks ago, we had everybody in the room, or everybody on the text message. Nobody was really happy, just for the simple reason that again, we just jump off on stuff that does not make sense. I will tell you though that our local health authority, they have our best interests in mind. Sometimes they're a little bit out there, but I will tell you that they really.
I don't doubt for 5 minutes that they're trying to do what's right and protect the interests of the community. But what we need to be concentrating on is more testing sites, figuring out what kind of tests are going to work better. Because if these tests are not picking it up, I mean, we went to staff, tested negative. We did at home, we tested negative. I mean, we need to figure out what tests work and figure out how we get more testing sites. If that's what we're going to concentrate on to control this thing, then that's fine. But these rules aren't controlling anything, because all it's going to accomplish is making parents just not report it. That's exactly what this is going to accomplish.
Let me say something about this. I mean, I've been listening to both of y'all, and why don't we just push people to get vaccinated? I mean, push the idea that it's important to get vaccinated. That's the only way you're going to protect yourself, your family, your neighbors, the people you work with. Why don't we push that? I mean, y'all are, I heard y'all say that. I mean,
I totally agree with you.
It defeats the purpose of getting tested and you don't get vaccinated, or you're not vaccinated.
But the problem is now they're requiring you to get a vaccine every 6 months.
Well, I mean,
I don't think
we know more than the doctors or the people that are behind all this. I mean,
I understand that, but I'm not gonna have some doctor that's not my kid's doctor tell me I have to get them vaccinated every 6 months. That's a choice between me, my child, and my doctor. It's not some local health authority or somebody who is gonna determine what is in the best interest of my child.
I can't see y'all. Shit. I'm gonna put my back off for just a little bit because I can't see them. Started getting rude.
You just sit on that corner over there.
In the very back?
Yeah, in the very back of the corner.
No, me neither. I mean, I think it's better.
I can tell y'all.
Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated.
And there's nobody's gonna argue. The problem, well, I take it back, except for the people come in my office and say that we can't push that. I think our thing as government is to provide it. Provide the testing, provide the vaccines. And you're right on these orders. Jesus Christ. Every day, I get a new email and it's like, well, what part, can you please highlight what part you're changing? Because I don't understand how the hell we keep going backwards. You can't have, and I'm not throwing rocks at the school, but you can't do a 10-day stay home deal for a person doesn't have symptoms. You got 3 people in your family, you could run the scenario that one of your people could be out 30 days.
Yes.
It doesn't work.
Every
We
time
are
somebody
providing-
doing a household
Yeah.
test, they have to add another 10 days to this damn thing.
And there's no answer. The people that we're getting answers from, and I'm saying the state and the federal government, they're so damn confused, they don't know which way they're running. And they keep writing stuff for us to follow. So what do we do? I will tell you on the local health authority, 2 weeks ago, we had this conversation and it was not a good one. What you threatened to do, I was threatening to do 2 weeks ago. We're going down a road that, damn, we've been at it for 2 years. It seemed like it would have gotten easier. It's not getting easier. It's getting worse. And the rules that we're being given are unreal. You want to vaccinate? We've got vaccine clinics. Now they're set up for every Tuesday, plus on Fridays. We're doing testing today on Tuesday for anybody that wants to show up from 11 to 4. And why does our local health authority help? Well, because we can do the vaccine clinics and we can do the testing.
I get it. It's just frustrating.
I just think with the vaccine, we need to target precinct 2, precinct 1, precinct 3, precinct 4. Make it easier for those people to get to those clinics.
Do you want to have separate clinics, separate days?
That would be, I think that would help. That would really help and be effective. I mean, there's a lot of people who want to go across town or they don't have a way to do it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe we need to bring them.
We did that at the beginning where we were doing the Comstock, we were doing different ones. Maybe we'll go back to that.
Well, that's fine. What can we do about more testing sites?
We ordered 3,600 testing kits. We need to use them before we can get more. We need to drop down below
Is the
certain
school
amount.
going to accept those? Because they just said in their new press release that they're not going to do any at-home testing or anything.
No, we're doing the testing. The guard's the one doing the testing. So y'all want to?
Because the biggest complaint I get,
I think that would be something
Something
that would be effective.
What is hurt right now is that the guard, the one that is helping us test and do the vaccines, they're based out of San Antonio, so they're traveling to get here in the morning, so we can't do it until 11, and then they have to travel to get back, so we're having to quit at 4 o'clock. So, but we can do more testing times. The city has a one, but like you just said, we had people 2 weeks ago, we had people that were a bunch of people that were calling me that they tested on Friday, had symptoms and stuff, tested negative, and on Saturday morning, went to stat or went back to another place to get tested. They tested positive one day apart.
Every single member of my household was sick for at least 2 days before the test was picked. And we went to all different testing sites. The problem with the spread is on the front end, it's not on the back end, and we have to figure out how to get control of the front end of it, not the back end of it.
I agree with Commissioner Flores. The value of vaccine is unlimited. We're all livestock people. We know what happens when you don't vaccinate your livestock, they die. Vaccine is for a purpose, and that's what Commissioner Flores is saying. We should be vaccinated.
But to what level? That's my problem. It's not the vaccine. I agree with the vaccine.
If you're vaccinated, you have
But
minimal.
every 6 months.
You have minimal. If you're vaccinated, you have minimal sickness, from what I understand.
And Commissioner, you're absolutely right. I don't have people coming this afternoon. But you're absolutely right. I mean,
You're a livestock man.
well, and when you look at when you look at the people that have got it, the symptoms or the severity of the case is less than people that are not vaccinated.
Exactly.
Jesus.
I wouldn't
I had a bunch of
hesitate.
people called this afternoon, and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but either way, it is what it is. Okay?
We'll just leave it alone.
So we'll ask for more testing sites, and I'll have Roland get with each one of the commissioners to figure out where y'all want. That works? All right. Discussion possible action on battered woman shelter. If y'all don't mind tabling this till after the executive session.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Item 18, ratify amendment number 1 for Texas CDBG, contract number 721985, Vega Verde, San Felipe Pastures, Rise Estate, water line.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Item 19, progress update on community resiliency program application. Morning.
Just wanted to give the court an update that the 2 community resilient program applications were successfully submitted. One was for, Old Sam Houston School, and the other one was for Cardwell School. I wanted to inform the court that there were, reached out to TDHCA, there was $141 million worth of requests, and they got $38 million in the pot. So expect good results.
Thank you.
We ain't getting nothing.
Item 20, granting authority for county judge and county auditor to sign revised draw number 1, Form A-203, requesting reimbursement of $22,517.85 for construction and engineering services for Texas CDBG 72204779 Alcoa Appeal Project.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Item 21, granting authority for county judge and county auditor to sign revised draw number 2, Form A-203, requesting reimbursement of $8,693 for construction and engineering services for Texas CDBG 72204779 Alcoa Field Project.
Take a break.
Trying to get it done.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Discuss possible action to accept bids for grandstands at the fairgrounds. Commissioner Wardlaw and Congress had actually gone out to look, and I think we were going to try to do it in-house. Commissioner Wardlaw suggested that we put this out for bid, and I need a motion to be able to go out for bid.
Motion.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? 5-0 vote. Item 23, discussion possible action.
On 22, on those, we did hire those employees.
There is one there. There is still other projects that need to be done.
Okay, so these are gonna stay.
They are until they come
Okay.
up with a plan to move forward. And him
Okay.
and Commissioner Wardlaw and Carlos are working on a plan on how to move forward.
All right, thank
with this stuff. Okay? Yes. Item 23, discussion possible action on approval to accept the donation of 2 pallets of water to Precinct 1 from Jim Murdoch.
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. During the winter storm, if y'all need water, there is some water there at the fairgrounds, there's a provision also. That during the winter storm, we picked up, and then the state had brought us, so if y'all need more water, there's water there. Item 24, we've already done. Item 25, discussion possible action authorizing an entry of resolution whereby the Valverde County Court of Law, DWI Specialty Court, is authorized to apply and receive grant funds from the Office of the Governor, Public Safety Office, Criminal Justice Division, Specialty Court Grant Program for the 2022-2023 fiscal year, grant number 3527805.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Item 26, discussion possible action or approval to apply for FEMA and TDM for management costs for winter storm project. Real quick, I put it under Elizabeth, to recognize her for all the work that she's done for not only for the commissioners, but also for the county judge's office. Want to thank her and thank Tom. And she brought this to our attention to apply for some money for administration.
Thank you, Ms. Elizabeth.
Good job.
Have a motion, Commissioner
Second.
Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez, and again, on behalf of the court, thank you. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Item 27, discussion possible action on approval of a fuel card for Valerie Levry, IT technician level 1.
Move.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye, 5-0 vote. Item 28, discussion possible action for approval to send checks back to San Felipe Del Rio Consolidated Independent District School District and to process the fund through True Automation. We, Ms. Garcia, along with, is it Becky? Becky from True Automation thought it would be, they think it's easier, or it is easier through the program to take the money out of the funds that we already had. Even though either way we do it, it will be in small batches. But this way, if we send the check back, there's no way to receive it, and then you'd have to reprint the checks. So True Automation, last week had said that it would be better to take the money out, send the check back, take the money out of what we're collecting, and then they would be able to keep track of all the funds through the program. Is that correct?
Software, yes.
And I think, Matt,
You're okay with this? You
Yes,
go
it's
through
just normal, normal monthly payment goes out, they're just gonna take that 2 cents away from that monthly payment that's remitted out. Not a big
You're
deal.
okay with all this?
Yes.
the only, okay, I'm sorry. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. The only thing with this, I just want to make sure that 1% that we collected does not come out of the school's money. There was a 1% that we're going to send back to the customer, to the person that paid the tax. They pay a tax, we take 1% out of that. I just want to make sure that we don't
Right,
mess that
because
up.
we're gonna be taking or sending them less money because they already collected what they weren't supposed to ahead of time. So it goes through the
Okay,
process.
I just want that 1% scares me.
Right, no, it
When
should
are
be
these
right.
checks going out?
Well, as soon as we get this approved, we can start printing refunds.
They've sent all the list, I think, I hope I sent it to you. All the list of everybody, that's been done. And visiting with Becky last week, the beginning of last week, then Matt and Loli, I'd asked them to get together with it. She says that process, in order to be able to send them out, is a matter of just doing it versus if we
The
do it like
refunds
this.
are in the software, and we will pull them from the software, which is from their collections now in February. If we take the check, then we're gonna be pulling it from the software and keeping their check, so that's taking it twice from them.
Okay.
So they figured out a way to do it. Okay, thank y'all. All in favor?
All right.
Aye, 5-0 vote. Item 29, approval of Osman Canyon Ranch Phase 2 subdivision.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Osman Canyon Ranch Phase 2 subdivision is proposed by Wellbore Engineering and Surveying, and the owners of the tract is General Triad LLC. The subdivision is located in Precinct 4, and it's located on the west part of Valverde County and lies outside of land use. The land proposed to subdivide is the remaining portion of a land of 1,800 acres. We're talking about 64 lots. The smallest one is 51.54 acres. Can you go through the other?
Yes, sir.
They all comply to us.
Yes, and the largest one is 297.52 acres. All of the roads are gonna be private roads, and the county is not responsible on accepting any road or ditches, bridges, culverts, or any such facility.
Whose precinct is this?
Carlos, does this comply with the model subdivision rules?
Yes, sir.
Everything is good to go?
It's exempt of the model subdivision.
Which precinct is it?
Motion to
Precinct
approve.
4.
Precinct 4. Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye, 5-0 vote. Item 30, authorize county judge and county engineer to sign a letter requesting tech stock acceptance on Pontero Road project, certifying that the project is constructed in substantial compliance and or with as-built plans and specifications. That's done.
Motion to approve.
Second motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Middleton. All those in favor? Aye, 5-0 vote. Accept Texas Military Preparedness Commission DEA AG award to Valverde County in the amount of $1,407,101.36 to renovate the T-1A flight line facility at Laughlin Air Force Base and granting authority for county judge to sign acceptance letter.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez.
Yes.
All those in favor? Aye. I think we're over 8.2 million, is what I was looking at in grants for Laughlin that this court has been able to secure. Item 32, accept Texas Military Preparedness Commission, DEEAG award to Valverde County in the amount of $864,874.52 to renovate the Aerospace Physiology Facility at Laughlin Air Force Base, granting the county judge to sign acceptance letter. Oops.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, Commissioner Vasquez.
Finish reading it.
Second. Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4-0 vote. Item 33, Commissioner Mellon left the building. Item 33, discussion possible actions of issuance of county credit card and fuel card. And this is for our Leslie country.
Motion to approve, Judge.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 4-0 vote. Item 34, discussion possible action on the selection committee results regarding the RFQ for bond counsel. Melissa?
Yes, we just need to select a committee so that way when I get the RFQs, then I can do what I need to do to send out the evaluation score sheet.
Okay, discussion possible action on the selecting.
I'm sorry, I'm selecting a committee.
A committee, okay. So we need a committee for the bond counsel. I thought the bond counsel we already did.
No, this last one we did was a compatible use study.
Oh, I thought we did a bond counsel and
Did we?
also we did. That's the last ones that we just scored,
Oh.
the financial advisory.
Yes, okay, I'm sorry, these are the results, and then that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, discussion possible action
So
on
y'all should
selection
have-
committee's results. And
Y'all should have the score sheets.
Yeah, so you have the score sheets? You have
Yes,
the
y'all
score
should have.
sheets. Item 34, that's what she's saying.
So it's
We do.
McCall, Parkhurst, and Horton are the highest.
Okay. Motion to accept. Motion, okay, I have a motion. Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Discussion possible action on selection committee's results regarding the RFP for project management administration professional services in relation to the American Rescue Plan Act.
Yes, and y'all should have those.
Motion to approve.
So the way this one is set up is because we only have one who responded to the RFP for sewer. So if you see my little notes there on the side, I broke it down on how it's
So we're approving Esther and Company.
for sewer improvements.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Discussion possible action to select
And
a
then,
committee.
hold on, Judge. And then for Equity CDC, you want to approve them for the affordable housing?
Yes. Okay. That's part of your motion? Yes. As Commissioner Flores, your second accept. Okay, let's take a vote on it again. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 5-0 vote. Thank you, ma'am. Don't leave. Discussion and possible action to select a committee to score RFQs for financial advisor, which are due February 17th, 2020.
I'll make a motion to use the same, selection committee we used for the bond council.
Second.
Have motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye, 5-0 vote. Item 37, discussion possible action to select a committee to score the RFPs to provide professional management services for Colonia Self-Help Center through Valverde County's contract with the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs.
Second.
We need to select a committee.
Melissa,
Matt,
Juan.
because he's the self-help out there with you. That's a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second.
Second.
Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye, 5-0 vote. 38, approval to solicit and advertise for bids on a 2016 used motor grader for Precinct 4's road equipment.
Move. Second.
Motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 5-0 vote. 39, approval to declare the following items as surplus property and designate for proper disposition. Disposition may include but not limited to auction, reassigned, recycled, and or destroyed. There's a list of equipment there. And
Second.
can we add, I'm sorry, can we add, the list that I sent you for our district attorney?
Yes, it's included in here.
It's already there?
Yes, it's, I don't know.
There was a list that the district attorney had, it's not included if we go ahead and include it.
We're gonna include whatever the district attorney includes.
That'll work. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second.
Second.
Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Item 40. Item 40. Gotta go.
Yeah,
Okay. So be safe. Just to be said, for the record, we still have a quorum, 3 commissioners and a judge. Item 40, approval to upgrade the district attorney's copier with a Xerox copier of $193.99 per month and authorize county judge to sign a 36-month lease.
Move. Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. 4-0 vote. Item 41, discussion and possible action on the ratification of USN 607 for fiscal year 2022 and authorize Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez to sign. What is it?
So this went before the grant review board yesterday. This is overtime in the amount of $19,000 for a deputy that works alongside the U.S. Marshals.
And this is grant money, so it's not costing us anything.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Item 42, discuss and possible action requesting authorization to apply for and accept the local border security program, LBSP 2023, number 2995208, grant, and to approve the resolution.
This went before the grant review board yesterday. It's basically overtime for augmentees and patrol deputies in the amount of $21,000. That's what it's been lately.
Okay. And again, no cost to county.
Motion to approve.
Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Discussion possible action requesting authorization to apply for and accept the Safe Riders Child Safety Seat Distribution and Education Program 2022 grant and to approve the resolution.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second. Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Item 44, thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Item 44, approving human resource report from January 19th, 2022 through February 1st, 2020.
Just so you know, you're saying you have 5 votes here. And you'll make
4-0? Yeah. Sorry about that. Thank you. I did the first one right, did the next 3 wrong. For the record, item 41, it was a 4-0 vote. Item 42 was also a 4-0 vote. And item 43, thank you, John, for pointing that out, was also a 4-0 vote. I didn't even bring the cheese today, right? It's an inside joke, sorry. Item 44, approving human resource report from January 19th, 2022 through February 1st, 2022.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. 4-0 vote. Item 45, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code A 551.071, parentheses 2, attorney-client privilege, B 551.071, parentheses 1, parentheses A, contemplated litigation, C 551.072 regarding purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property and possible action in open session thereafter, D 551.073 regarding the negotiation contract, lease, or value of real property and possible action thereafter. Y'all will, you take a little 5-minute break, and then if y'all will give us the room. Judge Nettleton just said that too, so.
Well, it is Texas, so it's Spanish. You just call everybody judge as far as
That's all right.
We need to make a motion on that?
I'll get to it, yeah. You ready? Court now come back to order. It is 10:42 in executive session. No action was taken. We need to go back to number 7, approving bills for payment
Motion to approve.
as presented.
Second.
Motion approved, Commissioner, Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez, and travel time is in there. All those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Not 5-0, I was corrected earlier. Item 46, Commissioners' comments. Any? None? County Judge's comments? None. Don't mind, this meeting is adjourned. Have a great day. Thank you.